Alright, so we're going to be going over the bench setup today. So the thing about the bench setup is actually, mine is made up of like so many different videos I watched and just a bunch of different like setups, how to do specific things. So we're going to get into it. The first little clip I'm going to show is just how to set your back. I always start with retracting my scapula so that protecting shoulder creates like a natural arch in your body, and it's just really bringing your shoulders back and down so that you kind of imagine pinching back together back here, and that's just going to help you be safer but also get a better range of motion out of the bench. Alright, so the basics of this next clip, a little 135 bench. I was just warming up because we always want to warm up. So I'll take my warm-ups minus bar as serious as I can. I'll do my full bench setup and everything. So what we're going to start with is, again, that scapular retractions. That's step one every time I bench. Next, I really want to like glute bridge up into the air off the bench with my feet up, and I'm driving my back in there. I'm putting my hands right on those rings out there, my middle finger on those rings, and I'm pushing my upper back into that bench so that I don't slide around and I get nice and stable. See, what a lot of people won't think is back is going to be used a lot in your bench. The idea is to push yourself into the bench rather than pushing the bar off of you. That's going to yield to a bigger bench. So that's step one. Step two, showcased in that video, will be the fact that I'm then trying to set my hands where I'll grab the bar at an angle, I'll grab, and then I'll twist to lock my lats in, right? And then I'll bring my legs down. That's step three. Once you set your hands won't be set anymore. Like, they're not going to move. So you're going to bring one foot down at a time while keeping that nice arch that you just created. And then you're going to bring those legs back. Alright, so being flat-footed is important because then you can really push through your heels. And that's really when you're sitting there with the bar on your chest and it's time to press, you not only are now pushing yourself into the bench, but you can push through your legs, and that's really important. That's going to add a lot of power. So to really have it done like that is going to yield to a lot of power in your bench because now you're using your back, your legs, plus the usual chest, shoulders, triceps. Right. So now on top of that, really we just have to go over bar pathing and like bracing and stuff, and that's a lot more simple in my opinion. Alright, so now we're ready to lift off the bar. So I'll show the two singles, and then I'll go over about that. I single 205 and 215. So the biggest thing is going to be lifting off the bar, and so while our glutes are still in the air, because we haven't set them down yet, right, we haven't been over that. So we're going to take the bar, we're going to push, and we're going to push hard in our wrists so that they stay straight, right? We're going to bring the bar over our chest. We're going to then sit our glutes down And right before we do that, we're going to try and push into the bench and drive our lats in. That's important. Again, just stabilization stuff. And then, so now we have the bar over us, our entire body is ready to bench. Now we just have to bench. So, important thing, bracing. Just like the squat and deadlift, you're gonna take that big breath in, hold it in your stomach. You're going to bring the bar down on an angle, so it's gonna come towards your lower chest a little bit more. You're going to pause, if you do pause, and then as you push up, you're going to push through your heels, you're going to push all your stuff, push your back into the bench, you're going to breathe out, and you're gonna come up on an angle. And repeat for every rep, of course. That's what yields you to your bench. So just to reiterate, we need to make sure we get our back, scapular retraction, drive the back into it, set our hands, drop our feet down and back, and spread the floor with them like you would do in a squat or deadlift. Then we're going to set our glutes down. Well, we're going to lift off the bar, sit into our lats, put our glutes down, breathe in, big, bring the bar down at an angle to our chest, come up on an angle while blowing out and pushing through our heels, and that'll be your success to a huge bench. Throughout this video, you can go watch me do the 135, the 205, or the 215. I've provided a couple different angles and rep ranges just to show you guys, like, you're gonna stick to this. This is what I do every time. I even changed it up a little bit, just my feet positioning, just to feel what's good. This is how I like it. So best of luck. Enjoy your bench PRs. Let's make it happen.